Happy Friday, everyone. Yes, we have officially made it to Friday, and I'm sure a lot of us are ready for the weekend. I know a lot of us, at least here in the newsroom, were thinking that it was Friday for like the past 2 days.
Yeah. No, we've actually said on air that it was the wrong date. So that's the kind of week it is. But yeah, it's Friday, and
You made it.
We made it. You made it. We all made it. So
round of
Friday,
applause
everyone.
right there. Good
Yes,
job, everyone.
Good job. Gold star.
And Chris, good afternoon. You also made it to Friday. So
yes.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. And we did it.
We did it. We did it, Chris. All right. Well, we have a really fun Friday show for Studio 10. Starting with, have you heard of Wheels on Rails?
Well, yes.
Yes.
We also,
I was going to say.
I know we talked about it a little bit last year, and then, of course, at News 10 today at 11, hopefully you're watching, you may have seen a preview of what Claudia is about to talk about.
Yeah, so Wheels on Rails. This is a really cool concept. So we have a lot of railroads that aren't in use anymore. And they're just kind of sitting there, especially in northern Michigan.
Yeah.
And a young girl was like, what do we do with all of these? And she came up with Wheels on Rails. And I'm not going to get too into it because we have so much to talk about with her. But it's really special because, I mean, they're just going to sit there regardless. There's not a lot of effort and initiative to remove them. So,
and like you said, there's so many of them that it would take a lot of time and money, of course.
So much time. And they can be put to good use. And this is one of those uses.
Yes.
So super excited about that. And then, of course, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Home and Garden show that's at MSU's Pavilion right now. Super cool. So we're going to go through that. We've got a lot to talk about too, because I think a lot of people, when you think of like home and garden, you think of like outside. The home part, your home is also inside. So we're going to talk about interior design and all of that. I'm really excited. I also love this kind of stuff, though.
I need to go check it out, but also like no, because I know I would want to spend all my money there because it just is so cool, the things that I've seen. I know Nicole was there live yesterday.
Yep.
Andy was there live yesterday, and it just seems like a blast.
Yes, and it's really fun. I've taken people who have no interest say that they don't have interest in home and garden stuff, and once you're there, you realize like everyone can be interested in this. There's something there for everyone. So we're super excited to highlight that.
It makes you feel very adulty.
It does.
Going to these shows too.
It does. It makes me feel like a productive adult.
You're like, look at this shed. Look at this little rock light or speaker, and it's just like, what?
Yes.
It's cool.
Oh, it totally does. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. So yeah, if you don't have anything to do this weekend, definitely check it out. But if that isn't your jam, which it is everyone's jam, but if it isn't, we also have 517 Friday.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about everything that's going on in the area because we have got a busy weekend. It's St. Patrick's weekend, so we've got that. A lot of Easter events are also sprinkled in here and there.
Oh, yeah, already too. Well, St. Patty's, of course, you can get into the whole mood with it with Studio 10. They've always got the green going.
I know. It is our...
Can't pinch you guys.
It is kind of like the Studio 10 holiday simply because our color is green, so...
Woohoo!
So, yeah, we've just got a really fun show, and we're excited to see you there at 3 p.m.
All right, thank you, Claudia. We will see you then. Of course, here's where you can always stay up to date with Studio 10 coming up at 3 o'clock today in about 55 minutes here. So you've got plenty of time to go to the bathroom, get some food, maybe, enjoy some of that warm weather outside real quick, and then you can come back in, watch Studio 10, see all the fun you can look forward to for the weekend. And Colton will give you your weekend forecast, and you will see why you want to see all of the fun things going on in Studio 10 to keep you indoors when we show that first alert forecast in just a second. But if you are a business or and you want to advertise with Studio 10, feel free to email them at studio10@wilx.com, and then you can see what's happening over there if you can form a little partnership. Otherwise, if you want to rewatch anything or pass on a link to anybody, at WILX Studio 10 is where you want to go. But we do have Colton Cichoracki standing next to me on this Friday.
Yes, it is a good Friday, too. Looking outside, we have some sunshine that has
I want to go run out there.
I know. Always better when it's sunny, right?
I'm trapped on my on my leash, my little cord, microphone cord. So if I were to run,
just yank it back in. Yes. But yeah, it's been really nice. We've had a pretty okay week of weather. Yesterday, obviously, was kind of rainy, but we saw 2 days that got close to 70 degrees.
I had the AC in my car on. I was like, usually I have the heated vest on inside, but I had the AC blasting.
So this is a hot take for you.
Okay.
I do not like driving with the windows down.
Okay.
It drives me nuts.
It's just loud.
It is. I mean, every now and then, like if you're on some like back country
Okay, yeah,
roads
yeah,
and
yeah.
like you got the music going or whatever, that's nice.
And you're taking your time down the country road so
Right.
you can like enjoy
Yeah.
the air outside.
And I'm from rural part of St. Clair County, so like all the time would we just drive around in backcountry roads, on a dirt road or something like that.
Yeah.
That I can understand. But yeah, AC weather almost. I had the windows open in my apartment and it was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
But the weather moving forward, not going to be as good for that. We're kind of getting more of a taste of reality when it comes to the forecast moving forward, is the fact that temperatures are going to be cooler. They're not cold by any means. They're not cold for this time of year, but they are closer to where they should be, and we just have been seeing such warm weather. Let's show you a couple of our sky cams here. This is our 127 sky cam in southern Clinton County, and you can see the sunshine that has taken over there at this view in southern Clinton County. Also in Jackson, just a few of those puffy cumulus clouds off in the distance. A really nice looking afternoon.
Those are like perfect, like cartoonish.
Yeah, like the Simpsons.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
And it's very nice out there as well. And current conditions do show warmer temperatures the further southwest that you are, 54 in Coldwater, 52 in Jackson. But look at Owasso, 42 degrees, and that is because Owasso in Shiawassee County has been seeing a lot of clouds today, and it just hasn't been the best looking day there for our friends in Owasso. And even further to the north and east of there, into the Thumb, it has been a very cold day because of some clouds that have been lingering through the area. So over the next 12 hours, we'll have temperatures remain in the 50s. I think if you have any Friday night plans, you want to head out to dinner, have anything else that you want to do tonight, I think the weather will cooperate. No rain and certainly no snow is on the way for the rest of the evening. Now let's look ahead to the weekend. Obviously, big weekend. Lots of people having plans with the St. Patrick's Day holiday coming on Sunday. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s tomorrow, and then we cool down. So what will happen is there's going to be a cold front that comes in late Saturday. So that may try to bring us a few sprinkles, but it will also bring in some much cooler air. So by Sunday, we have a high temperature of only 38 degrees. So I know a lot of things are happening Saturday night in terms of St. Patrick's Day. So that's good news, that the fact that temperatures will probably be a tad warmer, because by the holiday itself, it is going to be a much cooler day. But I know there's still things going on for St. Patrick's Day on the holiday itself, with temperatures that will be in the upper 30s. Now, you notice the windy icon there for Saturday. It is going to be a windy day as well. So out ahead of that cold front, we're going to see a rush of warmer air. That's why we get up into the middle 50s. But the winds will be gusting anywhere between about 30 to 35 miles per hour at most during the afternoon hours. So I do think that tomorrow is a windy day, but I do expect the winds to kind of wind down a bit as we head into our Sunday. Now, satellite radar out there right now, I mentioned those clouds. Look how thick those clouds are off to our north and east. Flint seeing that, Lapeer County, St. Clair County, and off to the north, also seeing some of those clouds. So if your travel plans maybe take you that way later today, we are going to be seeing some cloud cover, but we are expected to see some more sunshine and clearer skies here over the next few hours. And I want to show you that with the hour-by-hour forecast. Not much to show you for tonight and into tomorrow morning. Just a few more clouds will start to drift in. I don't think tomorrow is completely sunny, but no, I don't think it's also completely cloudy. So we'll be kind of somewhere in the middle here with the weather tomorrow. And then late in the day, that's when the cold front's going to arrive. And you can see that there are a few sprinkles that are possible tomorrow afternoon into the evening, but I don't think it's a big deal if we do see that. And most of us will actually stay dry. The front goes by, we cool down heading into our Sunday. And then Sunday, maybe a few flurries around. I kind of left it out of the forecast. I think it's possible that we see a few flurries, but I don't think it's anything widespread. Maybe a couple of us see some snow on Sunday, but for the most part, it's going to be about the colder air. Now we'll have some mostly cloudy skies, I do think, on Sunday. This model's probably a little overdone in terms of the amount of snow that will fall on Sunday, but maybe just a few flurries around. Either way you look at it, it is going to be a much colder day. And then we see even colder temperatures than that, with middle 30s coming on Monday. And then look at the temperatures next week. You know, it has been a theme where, yes, we cool down, but then we warm right back up. That's not the case this time, as it looks like temperatures are going to be settling into the 40s heading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and into next weekend. So it is going to be a cooler stretch of weather than we've been seeing as of late, which I think we were due. right?
We were due. The few 70s we got in February, the lack of snow again, and just overall warmer above temperatures. Yeah, we needed that, the colder weather.
Sorry,
sure.
I'm distracted by the basketball game that's on.
Michigan State, Purdue.
Yes.
We've got a
watch party
newsroom
going on
moment,
here in
yeah.
the newsroom. There's only, 30 seconds left or something like that. But we do want to talk about this, too, is that next week is Severe Weather Awareness Week
Yes.
in the state of Michigan. And that does mean that we will be talking about some of the things that we need to know about severe weather, explaining it, go over safety things, and all a bunch of really fun, useful things that we need to know as we are marching our way into severe weather season, which, of course...
happens during the summertime. You would think being in Michigan, sometimes it's with all of the snow, but Slim, if Colton wants to explain that, he explained it to me and it helped me understand why we get severe weather in the summertime.
Yeah, so that's just one fun little acronym because you need ingredients to come into place to get severe weather. So SLIM stands for shear, lift, instability, and moisture. You need all of those things. If you go back to yesterday when we were talking about the chance of seeing some stronger thunderstorms, the one key that did not come together was the instability. We didn't see that, so that's why we didn't see a lot of thunderstorms. And instability allows for rising air, allows for thunderstorms to develop. So that's just one of the things.
Is that like air pressure, or what is shear, lift,
So
instability? Oh, what's the M again?
Moisture.
Moisture. Okay. Oh, that's
So
easy. Okay.
shear is a change of wind speed or direction with height. So you can get one or the other, or you can get both.
Okay.
So think about it. If you go up in the sky and the winds get stronger, that's a type of shear.
Okay.
Or if you go up in the atmosphere and the winds change direction, that's a different type of
Okay.
shear. So directional or speed shear. Lift is how do you get the air to rise? And sometimes it can be a cold front. So anytime you have a cold front, sometimes you get thunderstorms along that, and those can get severe. Instability, you get a couple of ways. One of the ways that we always look out for, if it's a nice sunny day, it gets warm, it allows the air to become a little bit more unstable, allows it easier to rise. You also get more moisture, that also aids into it. And then moisture itself, you need the moisture. So you need winds coming in from the south or something like that to get that. So you normally need some combination of all four of those to get the severe weather. So that's some of the things that we look at every time that there is a chance for severe weather. But next week we will be streaming live right here on News 10 Plus, Monday through Friday at noon. Justin and I will be doing different topics throughout the week, getting you ready for severe weather season. So it's going to be a really fun and really useful thing to do next week. And don't forget that next Wednesday, the 20th at 1 o'clock, that is the statewide tornado drill. So a lot of school districts and a lot of other places will be taking part in the statewide tornado drill. So that's all part of Severe Weather Awareness Week. And this is all week long. It actually starts on Sunday, and the entire state will be taking part.
Yeah, so make sure, again, you are tuning in all of next week. And then we will also probably be here for the 2 o'clock that you're watching right now. But know that starting at noon is when we're going to have that Severe Weather Awareness Week. Again, Colton just explained to you what SLIM means, but there's going to be a lot more information covering that.
And we're going to talk about flooding, what we need to know about flooding. There are a lot of things that you should know about how it's not that deep of water that can cause some problems. So even 6 inches of water can cause issues. And on Tuesday, we'll be talking about hail. So how does hail form? What do we need for hail? Things like that. And then Wednesday, obviously, we'll talk about tornadoes because that is a statewide tornado drill. And we'll have a whole bunch of other things. Thunderstorms, we'll talk about just general thunderstorms and wind damage on Thursday. And then on Friday, we'll be doing a really fun a myth or truth type fun thing that we'll do on Friday. So we have it all planned out for you. We have a lot of fun graphics that we'll be showing just to get everyone ready for severe weather season and kind of explaining it a little bit better too when it comes to that. Still looking at the game. It's just to the left.
I want to give you an update of
Just
the
to the
game and
left.
who's... Oh, man,
Just
they got
9 seconds left.
Yeah, 8.7. There we go.
And Michigan State's down 4.
Again, they're playing against Purdue right now. It's 64-60. They got 8.7 seconds left. Woo, we are getting some nervous faces in here.
It's kind of fun. We should turn the camera and get like a live reaction of the newsroom.
We should.
Obviously, we have
It would just take a while for me to spin it around.
we have a lot of MSU Spartans in the room.
We do. I know. We're just looking at it. We're like, oh, no, oh, no.
I'm not one of them.
You're not.
proud Central Michigan Chippewa. So
Fire up.
fire up, Chips.
There you go. Oh gosh. Okay, well, to stay on top of all the Severe Weather Awareness Week, again, one more time, all of next week at noon, make sure to tune in. Until then, Colton, if you want to explain the First Alert weather app, that's always great
Well,
to
and
have.
I will say, too, we'll be doing a lot of this on our streaming platforms, but also there will be some conversations that happen on air as well. So we'll keep you updated all next week, as it is Severe Weather Awareness Week in the state of Michigan. But a good way to get prepared for severe weather season is downloading the News 10 First Alert weather app, a very useful tool during severe weather season, because you need it for push notifications. You can get watch and warning information, as well as radar, which is super useful as well. So you can track the storms and see where they're at, and all of the fun things that come with severe weather season. So make sure you download it today. And the best part and the best news of it all is that it is free in the Google Play and App Store. So if you want to download it, I would certainly recommend doing so. We can see how many people are watching our videos. There are video forecasts in the well. We get thousands and thousands of people watching them. So we really appreciate everyone that downloads it. We put a lot of time and effort into providing content for the News 10 First Alert weather app. So we really definitely like that you guys download it. And it's not just your typical weather app either, because you will find us there. So you'll find videos that we record. And it's not just your daily forecast. Sometimes we'll put other interesting things, like over the weekend I put in a whole video about the eclipse that's coming up in April. So you can find a lot of useful things there too.
Yeah, make sure to go check it out. And oh, now we're showing the Big 10 men's basketball tournament. Oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, let me show a quick live look outside over Mason right now. This is what you're looking at in terms of getting outside today, enjoying the weather before the cold front, all the colder weather, cooler temperatures move in. And when I say that, like Colton was mentioning, this is getting us back to those average temperatures. And so make sure, again, you are being aware of what's going on outside. You can do that with the First Alert weather app for the Follow Me location, even traffic alerts, and I should say, tune in next week here at the News 10 Plus digital desk at noon for more of the content. There we go.
Yeah, and we're kind of stalling a little bit to see what the final score here is of the Purdue and Michigan State game.
I know.
There's
so
4 seconds left.
There's, yeah.
Hey, I've never done sports before, so we're providing some,
Here's your sports news.
sports commentary. Now everyone's looking at us.
I know. I'm trying to get a little lower third ready for you. That's oh no, I have to change the score again.
Might want to just leave it blank.
I know.
There's only 3.9 seconds, and that's the thing about basketball. And I'm not a huge fan of basketball, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Because the last couple of seconds of a game can last 20 minutes.
That is true. But football, okay, they're all entertaining. But football is more like stop go, stop go. I feel
the
like
game has gone final.
All right, let me write in the score, everyone.
Yep, Purdue does beat Michigan State.
And here is your lower third. Purdue, wins against Michigan State men's basketball. Sad face. 67-64. I am sorry, Spartan fans, but that's what you're looking at. That's what we're looking at the monitor over there.
Great game. Came down
that was a great game. That was a really great game. Yep. Yeah. So you will have more of that information as well coming up during our 90 minutes of news, I'm sure, from our sports department. So you'll have to tune in then. But you will see more of Colton coming up at Studio 10 today, or on Studio 10.
Yep, coming on Studio 10. Lots of fun going on at 3. And then also we'll be back together at first at 4. So lots of fun going on.
All right, we'll see you soon, Colton. Thank you. Go get some fresh air real quick.
Yes.
There we go. All right, well, I do want to share what else we have coming up today, starting with first at 4 in Mid-Michigan Matters. The MSU Shamrock 5K is coming up pretty soon, and this is where the MSU Tower Guard comes together to help raise awareness. And let me make sure that I'm saying this right, with the RCPD, which is the Resource Center for Persons with Disabilities. So during this MSU Shamrock 5K, you can sign up. Anyone can sign up. And it's a run, a walk, and a roll. So for anyone who is a person with a disability, you can still participate in this MSU Shamrock 5K. I covered it last year, and it is just such a fun, fulfilling event. And of course, the funds go and help RCPD, which is, again, the Resource Center for Persons with Disabilities over on Michigan State University's campus. And again, the MSU Tower Guard, with Beaumont Tower helps to put on this event. So just so much great things happening over there, helping different lives, just a great community effort. So we'll talk about it more on Mid-Michigan Matters today. Then coming up, News 10 at 5 o'clock today. We have Riley Connell on the Michigan State Police amends policy to restrict pursuit. So those high-speed chases, we will talk more about that and making sure that everyone is staying safe on the roads. That's their goal. Coming up, News 10 at 5:30. Deanna Giles has a story on Colon Cancer Awareness Month. And so she's going to be obviously going into this with healthcare professionals, speaking more on what you need to know on your risk or no risk of colon cancer. Also coming up, News 10 at 5:30, you're going to have Game of the Week from Joey Ellis. You'll have a school's rule on the Wilson Talent Center welding class. Lots of fun. Justin Kent is on that story. And then what we kind of touched on earlier in News 10 today at 11 of what we're working on today is it was match day for Michigan State University med students. They're figuring out where they can have their residency as physicians. So that is very exciting. I know I have a lot of friends in the med school or medical industry. There we go. Got to find my words. And it is a huge accomplishment. And so just so excited for everyone who is tearing open their letters today for match day. Coming up, News 10 at 6, ensuring trusted elections. Tanaya Jordan is going to have more on that story. Oh, and then also what I have up there for you, this is more so with the big election year that we have, especially the one end of November, end of the year in November. So she's going to have more, again, on ensuring trusted elections. Coming up, News 10 at 6. But also, it is Red Cross Month, and so David Andrews has a story coming up on News 10 at 6 about the American Red Cross story. So you want to make sure that you are hearing more on this coming up News 10 at 6 today. And then something else coming up News 10 at 6, Mars Anderson actually has a story previewing the solar eclipse that Colton was talking about. That is Monday, April 8th. Make sure you are marking that day. You are getting those filtered glasses, and they have to be that special kind. You want to make sure your eyes are protected. So they're going to have some writing on the inside of the little earpiece, I forget what you call those, and you want to make sure that they are certified and protecting you. They are legitimate glasses to protect you from the ray suns. So when you are observing the solar eclipse, you're not staring directly at the sun, which will hurt your eyes. So we want to make sure you're staying safe while also having fun. $2 will get you those glasses. In fact, Colton and I found them at Meijer, picked up a couple, and again, they're $2, so there you go. But yes, Mars Anderson will have a lot more coming up News 10 at 6, previewing the solar eclipse Monday, April 8th. And something else to know, he is talking with the Michigan State University or over at Abrams Planetarium. So a lot of great content coming up on what you need to know and just learning more about the solar eclipse. The next one won't be until 20 years from now in 2044, and that's going to be more on the west side of the country. How to figure out never eat soggy waffles. Had to do that in my head real quick. So you want to make sure that you are taking advantage and observing this wonderful, spectacular phenomenon happening. Again, Monday, April 8th. Clearly, I'm very excited about it. It's happening around 3 o'clock our time. Even Colton has shown multiple times different graphics showing you the path of totality and where that's going to go. So we will see 97% around that of the sun being covered by the moon. But other than that, you're going to have to go in the path of totality for that all darkness for those few minutes and just get the chills and all the emotions. So again, make sure to go check it out. That's coming up News 10 at 6 today. Otherwise, I will give another live look outside, this one over Mason. Again, it is a beautiful day. Get ahead of it before, before all of that colder weather, more average temperatures come into our area. We have gotten spoiled recently. So something else to keep an eye on, of course, is the Severe Weather Awareness Week. I know Colton was talking about it, but I just want to show it again so you know what to expect happening next week and why we're going to be talking about all of this in preparation for the summertime, of course, with all of the different changing temperatures and factors there. And then here, a live look outside of Jackson, just one more time to see what you're looking at as you head out for your day. Maybe you're grabbing some lunch right now, but it is Friday. We are wrapping up the work week here. We are excited. And no matter how you're feeling, I do want to bring that to our attention real quick because yesterday, if you happen to miss it, we had Eric Hipple, the former Lions quarterback here, speaking on his own mental health journey and as well as his son's mental health journey. So his son, Jeffrey, died by suicide in 2000 at 15 years old. And it put Eric in a very tough position as a parent, right? You love your child, you care about them, and he felt at a loss. So he said he went down a dark path. He went through a depressive episode, getting involved in drugs, alcohol, just really going through a tough time, which is completely valid given the circumstances that happened. Again, his son died by suicide. And so during this time, Eric was explaining, the challenges he was going through and the people around him, what they were going through. So know that you're not alone. That's the message that Eric also wants to share. It may not be the exact same experience between every given person, but there are similarities between every person where you can open up, share that experience, relate to one another, and get out of this hard time. And maybe not fully over it. You do want to remember those things, but don't have it fully affect you. So what he's doing is he's taking initiative, being a public speaker advocate on suicide prevention and awareness. He came on yesterday for Mid-Michigan Matters, and then even came up here on the News 10 Plus digital desk, speaking about more on on any mental health journey that you may be going through. So let me pull up what he had over here. Sorry if I'm taking some pauses. I want to make sure you are getting the resources that we were talking about. This is Be Nice, and benice.org if you go ahead to that. And you can scroll on down, you can take the pledge, you can see all the many different programs happening with schools, teams, businesses, and beyond that. You can get help right here. Get involved, and then different events, and then even if you want to learn more about them, there you go. So stomp out the stigma. They have many other things of prevention, different resources to make sure that you know that you're not alone. And so again, Eric Hipple came on to Mid-Michigan Matters yesterday, again, to share that you're not alone. There are resources out there for you. And that's what we want to push for too, to make sure that, hey, you're taking care of yourself and others, and there are resources to get you that help. Let's get rid of this denial, the shame. We want to help you feel empowered and get rid of that fear. And to do that, it's connecting with other people, the community, sharing that story. And I know there can be fear, and sometimes you may feel embarrassed or down about how you're feeling. You're human. These are regular emotions to have, especially when you're going through something hard. So reach out to a resource and let that help guide you toward another resource for anything else you may be going through. But yes, that is the You're Not Alone mental health series. Just wanted to share that one more time before we head out here. And if I pull up my Facebook page so you can, or WILX Facebook page, that way you can see where you can find the in-depth interview. Oh, and it looks like we're logged out over here. That's going to take too long to log back in. So you can head over to our WILX.com or WILX Facebook page. From there, you will be able to see all the many different articles, videos that we post throughout the day, the different information we are providing to you to make sure you're staying up to date on all the latest news. Of course, there's a lot going on. So you can go there and scroll through. You can also head to my Facebook page, WILX Taylor Gattoni, and you will be able to find that half-hour conversation, continued conversation with Eric Hipple, speaking on suicide prevention and awareness. That is what we have coming up today on News 10 here. Studio 10 actually getting started in just a half hour, so make sure to tune in. I will give one more live look outside. We'll still do Jackson, there you go. But yes, looking very beautiful. Those clouds are cartoon-like. It's looking great out there with the blue skies and the sunshine. So make sure to go enjoy. Before we head into St. Patty's Day, we get more of that breeze, and it's going to be cold, very cool on Sunday, so make sure you're preparing for that. Until then, have a great rest of your Friday, everyone, and a fantastic, safe weekend.